Thank you for being here. All right, this is our May the 7th Bowling Green Warren County Planning Commission meeting. Please call the roll.
Drain,
Yes, sir.
Gay, Graham,
Yes, sir.
Shaw,
Yes, sir.
Starks,
Yes, sir.
Vitale,
Yes, sir.
Volker, Chair Warren.
Yes, sir. Commissioners, in your packets, you received the minutes of our April 16th meeting. Are there any questions? All right, hearing none, we call for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Vitale,
Yes, sir.
Drain,
Abstain.
Graham,
Yes, sir.
Shaw,
Abstain.
Starks,
Abstain.
Chair Warren.
Yes, sir. Commissioners, in your packets, you received the subdivision and site development plans. Are there any questions regarding those? All right, hearing none. Mr. Peterson, we have no new business or no old business tonight?
Correct.
All right, thank you, sir. And before we enter into our public hearing, Mr. Moore, if you would swear in our witnesses, please.
Mr. Warren, I request that you order that the record tonight include all of the relevant statutory and regulatory provisions that govern our work, that the Commission's entire file for each application on tonight's docket be placed in the record, and that the qualifications for each of the staff witnesses be placed also in that record. And finally, if you would, please administer the oath to those witnesses.
Do you all swear to tell the truth? Thank you very much. All right, our first item tonight is 2026-19Z County. Wesley Rather has filed an application to rezone 4.5 acres located at Old Green Hill Road, approximately 1,970 feet east of Middlebridge Road, from ag to rural residential with a general development plan. Jenny?
Thank you, sir. Give me just a second so I can reset one of these settings, and then we will move forward. Maybe so. There we go. Thank you for your all's patience. So we had a pre-application meeting for the property on Old Green Hill Road. Here is the aerial shot of that property back in March. Current zoning of the property is ag. Current land use is agriculture. And the future land use map designation, which is not wanting to load, is low density residential. And so hopefully before this catches up, but for your all's reference, their proposed zone change request is shown on page 6 of your staff report. And we will look through these photos really quick before it glitches out on us again. There's their zone change request. So the applicant is proposing to rezone 4.54 acres from ag to RR rural residential in order to reduce the size of the existing lot below 5 acres and add the remainder to the adjacent property to the south at 400 Booth Drive. And this area is not subject to the proposed zone change, and you can see those boundaries there in front of you. So looking down to the bottom of page 1, the proposal does comply with the majority of the criteria assessed in the review process and is generally compatible with the surrounding area. And so our recommendation is for approval pending public hearing tonight. That's all I have. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Jenny. Staff, commissioners, any questions for staff?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant here, or anything you would like to add? All right, thank you, sir. Is there anyone in the audience tonight has opposition to this request or questions? All right, hearing none, would call for a motion, please.
I make the motion to approve the proposed zoning map amendment together with and conditioned upon the general development plan, docket number 2026-19Z County. Based upon the testimony and documents presented in this public hearing, the proposed zoning map amendment is consistent with the adopted Focus 2030 comprehensive plan as demonstrated by its compliance with the objectives and action items presented in the staff report. Therefore, the proposed zoning map amendment is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. Further, I request that this motion include the summary of evidence and testimony presented by the witnesses at this public hearing.
Second.
Drain,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes, sir.
Shaw,
Yes, sir.
Starks,
Yes.
Vitale,
Yes, sir.
Chair Warren.
Yes, sir. The motion is approved, and it's planning commission final action in 21 days unless a request is made for the legislative body to hear the item. Our next item tonight is 2026-20 Z County. John and Beth Brewer have filed an application for zone 5.382 acres located on 1111 McGinnis Road from Ag to RE Residential Estate with the General Development Plan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Amy?
We had a pre-application meeting back in March for the property that you mentioned, and then is highlighted in red. The current zoning is agriculture. Current land use is single-family residential, and the future land use is low-density residential. And again, the applicants are proposing to rezone from agriculture to residential estate in order to create an additional building lot, and the existing home is proposed to remain. We do have a couple of photos. The area. And then here is the rezoning exhibit for your reference. Looking down at the bottom of the page, the proposal complies with the majority of the criteria assessed in the review process and is generally compatible with the surrounding area. Therefore, the staff recommendation is approval pending any public hearing, testimony, and discussion of any items in the staff report. That's all we have for the report, but happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Amy. Commissioners, any questions for this request?
So, Amy,
Sure.
it actually allows split-face block on the exterior. Was that the applicant's, or am I misreading that? Was that the applicant's intent, or should I address that to them?
Probably addressed with the
very good.
applicant
Thank you.
here.
All right, thank you, Amy. Commissioners, any other questions? Mr. Brewer, if you would come to the microphone, please, and if you would state your name and address, please.
John Brewer, 111 McGinnis Road.
Mr. Brewer, you swear to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Graham had a question for you.
So we're actually going to section it off to build our daughter a house, so it'll be a basement house and brick, and it'll match my house next door,
Okay.
which is,
So, that's great. I'm trying to decide whether you ought to change this in your own best interest or not, though.
Gotcha.
Because it actually allows what's called split-face block for the foundation, and that is not at all your intent, based on what you just described.
no, it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to be building, I'm the
Right.
builder, so,
All right, very
Yeah.
good. So, would you be okay striking that just in your own best interest?
Yes.
Yeah, take that out?
Sure.
All right, very good.
Okay, thank you, John. Anything else, Mr. Graham?
So, Mr. Chairman, development plan condition number 7 will delete the phrase split-face block shall be permitted.
No.
And will leave no plain face block shall be utilized for foundations.
Yeah, and so that,
Or just put.
yeah, his
no
only
plain
default at that
face
point is
or
just a brick
split
veneer, and
face.
that's what you're planning on doing anyway.
yes.
Yeah.
Sydney, do you get all of that?
I do.
Good, thanks.
John, do you agree to what Mr. Moore just said?
Yes.
No split face, no plain face, brick veneer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in the audience tonight that has a question or opposition to this request? All right, commissioners, would call for a motion, please.
I make the motion to approve the proposed zoning map amendment together with and condition upon the general development plan docket number 2026-19Z County, based upon the testimony and documents presented in this public hearing. The proposed zoning map amendment is consistent with the adopted Focus 2030 comprehensive plan as demonstrated by its compliance with the objectives and action items presented in the staff report. Therefore, the proposed zoning map amendment is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. Further, I request that this motion include a summary of evidence and testimony presented by the witnesses at this public hearing.
Second.
Starks,
Yes.
Catali,
Yes, sir.
Drain,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes, sir.
Shaw,
Yes, sir.
Chair Warren.
Yes, sir. The motion is approved. It's Planning Commission final action in 21 days unless a request is made to the legislative body to hear the item. Mr. Brewer, do grandchildren change things?
Significantly so, right?
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Happy birthday.
You better get on home.
You better start, start digging that, start digging that foundation today. It's been approved, unless somebody objects, so 21 days. Any other items tonight, Mr. Peterson?
No, sir.
We stand adjourned. We will meet in 2 weeks. I think we have 6 items?
I believe that.
6 items, okay. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for being here tonight.